writer, to become, to gain something, because this is not you are doing usual. You are not doing usually. If you go for the social perspective, then you must be maybe making a very wonderful dish in the kitchen. You are not making that. I'm also not making that. So then what she said, that I purchased a Persian cat. Why she purchased? But maybe it's because of she wanted to have maybe the cat is pleasing her, making her mood more comfortable, so she can write. I discovered that if I were going to review a book, now there is another pertinent question she's raising. That first check she got was a review of a novel. The check which she got, after that check she purchased a Persian cat, and the check came out of reviewing a book. So when you review a book, it's nothing your personal. You are not writing your inner Anju inside. Okay, or let's say Vani, Ekta, Jasleen, Pavini, Dyuti, Ishita. I mean, it's not the personal thing which you are writing as a woman. So what could be easier to write an article and to buy Persian cat with the profit? But wait a moment, article have to be about something, mine. I seem to remember, what about a novel by a famous man? Okay, so you can review a novel by a famous man, you can review anything else, but where the question come? The question is, I discovered that if I were going to review a book, I should need to do battle with a certain phantom. And what was that phantom? The phantom was that lady. You know, here it is Virginia Woolf. This is Virginia Woolf. Okay, this is paper. In between, who is coming? That angel, the blissful angel. And that blissful angel is here in the mind. So when Virginia is trying to write down about her own on the paper, then this blissful angel comes in between. The angel in the house. And she found that before she become a writer, it is important to kill this angel. The angel which is coming between her and paper. Because this angel force, no, you can't write bad about man. You cannot write anything wrong about family. If you don't have your personal space, that's okay, because you need a family. And if the space is for the family, it is. So this angel always disturb her. And what is that? Further, very, very interesting. Now okay. So she who bothered me and wasted my time and so tormented me that finally I killed her. You who come of younger and happier generation, who come to, or maybe all of us, because I am also not aware what struggle Fanny and all other previous our generation people, they might have gone through. Who come of a younger and happier generation may not have heard of her. You may not know what I mean by angel in the house. I will describe her as shortly as I can. She was intensely sympathetic. What is the problem with this angel? She was immensely charming. She was sympathetic. ये fair and lovely वाली है ये, है ना? Okay, she was utterly unselfish, immensely charming, intensely sympathetic, and excelled in the difficult family life. Family को चलाने के लिए कुछ भी हो ना, वो she's on the top of the sacrifice. Sacrifice की मूर्ति है वो. और आप और हम तो selfish है. You know, we are fish in the cell. Sacrifice herself daily. If there is a chicken, she took the leg. If there was a draught, she set it in. In short, she was so constituted that she never had a mind of her own. So when you have a room of your own, what next you have to have? That is a mind of your own. The moment you are a mind of your own, you write your pain, suffering, padman. Okay, you write all your associations, write it down, go to the publisher. Is there anybody to publish? No. Because, you know, if a woman is writing about her family, take care, children, frustration, her desires, her dreams, is there anybody to buy that? No. No one is interested in your story. No one is interested in my story. This is what I'm doing. I have to do this. What is this special? Millions of women are doing. Almost 99% women are doing the same thing. What is that special? Okay. So people are not interested in my story. She sacrifices herself daily. If there is a chicken, okay. Now then, she's pure. So 2 words you please remember very properly. What is that? Pure and honest, sacrificial. She's the epitome of sacrifice. And her purity was supposed to be her chief beauty. Her blush, her blushes, her great grace. In those days, the last Queen of Victoria, every house had this. So during this Victorian time, every house was full of angel. Madam Angel in the house. If the angel is not there, there is no house. And what Virginia is doing? Also have killed the angel. So you have killed that angel. We have killed that angel. So, okay. Now, above all, she made as if to guide my pen. Now, there are 2 things I told you. External obstacles and internal obstacle. So, external obstacles she has already overcome. She has a regular income. She has a pen. She has a paper. And she can read and write also. She has written a review. She submitted it in the post office to some editor. She got money. So these external things are there. Now she owns her own home, own room. The main problem comes with the inner obstacle. It's a mind. Okay, if a girl is being trained, conditioning of the mind. That's why Judith Butler says gender is trouble. There is a lot of trouble with the gender. Okay, even Judith says. And what is that? Because these are the things which I am reading out of the Virginia Woolf's her own writing. She has written, she is speaking on her own. It is what we are reading. And she made as if guide my pen. Now I record the one act for which I take some credit to myself, though the credit rightly belonged to some excellent ancestors of mine who left me a certain sum of money. So, shall we say £500 a year? That it was necessary for me to depend solely on the charm of my living. I turned upon her and caught her by the throat. Now, because it's very necessary to kill this angel. So, she killed. And she would have plucked the heart of my writing if I'm not killing this angel, who is so-called sacrificial. Now, let me again repeat these are wonderful words she's using. Intensely sympathetic, immensely charming, utterly unselfish. And these all are related to the family. She has to take care of her family. Now, I turned upon her and caught her by the throat. I did my best to kill her. My excuse, if I were to be head up in the court of law, I would kill the angel. And she said, if I have been taken to the court, I will say, I killed her in my defense. And when you are killing anybody in defense, no punishment. Okay, it's a self-defense. So she said, if I am taken to the court, I would say, I killed her in my self-defense. For as I found directly, I put pen to paper. You cannot review even a novel without having your own mind. That's the most biggest taboo or a satire associated with the women in 19th century. Do you have your own mind? Do you have your own mind? No. A woman is not supposed to have her own mind. I put pen. You cannot review even a novel without having your own mind, without expressing what you think to be true. Human relations. So what she wants to write down? What are the inner things? 3 things please note down. Human relations, morality and sex. And human relations, morality and sex. Do you think a woman can write down, express herself openly with this in her mind? If she doesn't talk about a family life, if she is not ready to be an angel of any family, do you think society is going to accept? No. So, and can't be dealt freely. Now, there is another thing. It is far harder to kill the phantom than reality. She was always creeping back when I thought I had dispatched her. I thought I flatter myself and that kill in the end. The struggle was severe. It took much time. And what is that? Been spent upon learning Greek grammar. Sitting with her pen in her hand. These are the lines, please note down. And what is that? The next desire Virginia has. What is the first purchase she made? Cat. Persian cat, Persian cat. Okay. Then the next desire is to buy a car. So if you want to buy a car, then you have to write a story. So this is also unusual. But she says that then I have to tell a story. And the angel is dead now. She thought the angel is dead now. But no. Whenever she is writing, whenever she is struggling, whenever this angel always came behind her head. And what this angel says, there is one quote, let me read out. But to continue the story of my professional experience, I made £1 and 6 pen first review. It is a still stranger things that there is nothing so delightful in the world telling a story. But if you tell a story, then, and when you are telling a story, you have to tell the story of some famous novelist, some famous personality during this time. You cannot tell your own story. What is your struggle? What is your pain? What is your suffering? You cannot tell because no one is interested to listen then. He wants life to proceed with the utmost quiet and regularity. He wants to see the same face. So in this way, she's talking about the struggle of a person who is writing. And what is that? Now, there is very interesting thing I'm telling you. You please, that next reference she's saying that when she was writing, now she has left the review of a book. But because if she tells her own story, no one is ready to listen. So just to continue her livelihood, she has to review the novel. The moment she is writing and reviewing the novel, the woman angel come backside and she tells Virginia, be sympathetic, be kind, don't be too critical, don't use any bad words for this male writer. Because you are an angel. You cannot be so harsh. You cannot be so unsympathetic to this. And in the end she concludes, she says that although I have overcome with the external obstacles, but the inner thing which I have, I cannot say that I am able to write my own. So let me just end up. I'm about to finish it. The whole position as I see it here, surrounded by women practicing for the first time in history, I know not how many different professions, not able to understand women in a different perspective because right now during this time period, women could only excel in writing. So you cannot simply say that what other qualities women have. Excel in writing. And then what she says, that's the last thing I tell you. You are earning your £500, but this is freedom, only the beginning. A room of your own. It is still bare. The room is still bare. Next is, it has to be furnished. It has to be decorated. It has to be shared. And that is your own choice with whom you share, how you furnish, how you decorate. This room is not room, my dear. It's symbolically your mind. First you have to empty yourself and then you have to get into yourself in your room, in your mind, and then so how are you going to furnish it? How are you going to decorate it? These I think are the questions of the utmost important and interest. For the first time in history, you are able to ask them. For the first time, you are able to decide for yourself what answer should be. Willingly would I say discuss the question and answer. But right now my time is up and I must seize it. So this is how. Why I chosen this article particularly? First of all, it is written by Virginia Woolf herself. Second, this is exclusively dealing with the second half of Orlando. Orlando, when she becomes a woman, the moment she became a woman, she lost all her property inherited. Earlier, before age of 30, when he was male and he was enjoying the whole property. The moment there is a court case start, and then Orlando has to get into. Now, before that, Orlando was able to establish himself as a writer. But after becoming a woman, there is a hell lot of struggle. And this article I found very absolutely correlating, because in the end of the story you will find that Virginia's personal relationship with Vita was never accepted. It was bohemian, you know. Bloomsbury group was also extremely ill famous for its sexual opinions and all, and society never accepted those scholars during this time. So in this way I found this exclusively, instead of understanding the story, it is maybe my effort today was to get into the mind of Orlando as a female and try to understand, because Orlando is no other than Virginia herself.